Hi, in this video I will mention the cave surah and the story in the very strikingly important and interesting story in the cave surah. And let's start. So in the beginning there is another story in the cave surah, Kaf surah. Not sure how to pronounce. So this story is very famous story, and I will mention why this story is perfect, and what are the very and I will mention the important details related to surah. Okay, let's start. Moses said to his servant, "I will not rest until I reach the point where the two rivers meet, no matter how long it takes." When they reached the point where they met, they forgot their fish and found its way back to the river sneakily. After they passed that point, he said to his servant, "Let us have lunch. All this traveling has thoroughly exhausted us." He said, "Remember when we sat by the rock back there, and I paid no attention to the fish? It was the devil who made me forget it, and it found its way back to the river, strangely. So here, first of all, I want you to keep in mind that metaphor. It was the devil who made me forget it. So the devil made them forget it and they wasted the fish. And we will remember this verse again in the later. Musa said, "That was the place we were looking for." They traced their steps back. They found one of our servants, whom we blessed with mercy and bestowed upon him from our knowledge. Musa said to him, "Can I follow you that you may teach me some of the knowledge and the guidance bestowed upon you?" He said, "You cannot stand to be with me." It is his first prediction. You cannot stand to be with me. How can you stand that which you do not comprehend? It, and we will see why. So it's his first prediction. He says, "You cannot stand to be with me," but at the end we will know that he really cannot. The prophet, Musa, cannot stand to be with him. So this is the first prediction, and it increases the consistency of the surah. How can you stand that which you do not comprehend? He said, "You will find me, God willing, patient. I will not disobey any command you give me." He said, "If you follow me, then you shall not ask me about anything, unless I choose to tell you about it." So this is another prediction actually. So another thing is, so I will explain why later. He said, "If you follow me, then you shall not ask me about anything." We know why this is important. So they went. When they boarded a ship, he bore a hole in it. He said, "Did you bore a hole in it to drown his people? You have committed something terrible." He said, "Did I not say that you cannot stand to be with me?" Here the important thing is, so he said, "You cannot stand to be with me," and he was right. And he said, um, also, "You shall not ask me about anything." And the reason is, and he cannot explain it right now, because if he explain it right now, maybe Musa will try to change things. He'll try to do something different, and it will drastically change the future. Because Musa may try to tell them that their ship will have trouble, and so that and then the person with knowledge is trying to stop it. He has to stop it. He should stop Musa. He should only accompany him doing things, only observer. And if he influence things, then he will influence the future. Then they cannot help people. So they went. When they met a young boy, he killed him. He said, "Why did you kill such an innocent soul who didn't kill another soul? You have committed something horrendous." He said, "Did I not tell you that you cannot stand to be with me?" So it is also another, the previous prediction. He said, "If I ask you about anything else, then do not keep me with you. You have seen enough apologies from me." So it's another thing is, he forgot this. This is like, and he's like he before. It was evil thing that he forgot. He said he gave promise, but he forgot. But actually, he is good intended here. So it may show that if there's something good is planned in long term as a plan or something like that, then such small sins can be forgiven maybe. So that's an interesting approach anyway. So anyway, but it's hard to reach this conclusion. Let's read more. So they went. When they reached a certain community, they asked the people for food, but they refused to host them. Soon they found a wall about to collapse, and we fixed it. He said, "We could have demanded a wage for that." He said, "No, we have to part company. But I will explain to you everything you couldn't stand. As for the ship, it belonged to poor fishermen, and I wanted to render it defective. There was a king coming after them who was confiscating every ship forcibly. As for the boy, his parents were good believers, and we saw that he was going to burden them with his transgression and disbelief. We will that your Lord substitute in his place another son, one who is better in righteousness and kindness. As for the wall, it belonged to the two orphans. Under it there was a treasure belonged to them. Because their father was a righteous man, your Lord wanted them to grow up and attain full strength, then extract their treasure. Such is mercy from your Lord. I did none of that my own volition. This is the explanation of the things you couldn't stand. So, here another important thing. So he really has the information. I mean, in real life, you cannot really hurt people like this. We should be like a Mosa, unless we have really deep information given by the God. And we certainly can predict the future events. And with the new technology, we know that like there are things that allow us to predict. For example, doctors cut people's hand to help them to cure them. It is maybe about it. So once if we have a knowledge about something, then we can do things for the sake of the solution. So this is all I want to say, and thanks for watching this video. And you can comment here, and if you think I have a mistake, you can correct me too. And thank you very much again.